Excellent. There we go. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Right here? All right. It's on now? Okay. All right. Yeah. No tongue. No tongue. Yes. Yes, on the mic. I understand that. Yes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. We're going to begin the ceremony in just about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes. So if I could ask all of the graduates to take their seats down front. All the faculty to collect in back. Thanks very much.
Good morning, and welcome to the 2015 Duke Economics graduation ceremony. It's exciting to be able to share this wonderful day with all of you. I want to start today by wishing all of the mothers here a happy Mother's Day. For many years, the commencement ceremonies here at Duke have been held on Mother's Day, and I used to think that this was kind of inconvenient. You know, like graduation was kind of crowding out Mother's Day. But as my own kids get older, I've gained a greater appreciation for just how meaningful and joyful occasions such as these are, not only for our graduates, but for all of their whole families. I know that many of you have sacrificed a lot over the years to make this day possible, and I appreciate how fantastic you must feel to be able to celebrate this event with your sons and daughters. So graduates, let's begin by giving a second round of applause, not just for your mothers, but for all of the parents and grandparents, family and friends that have helped make this day possible. We as a faculty join with you today in celebrating the accomplishments of your amazing daughters and sons, grandsons and granddaughters. As faculty here at Duke, we have the chance to meet and work with the brightest, most creative, and most intellectually engaged students from every part of this country and every part of the world. This class in particular is really a tremendous graduating class for us at all levels, undergraduate, master's, and doctorate. Many of our undergraduates wrote honors thesis this year, and you can see some examples of those in the posters in the back where the lunches are, and we encourage you to take a look at those, and for the students to make sure to bring those home with you. And the number of our students graduating with distinction in the class of 2015 is among the highest we've ever had. We also have a record number of students, almost 40, from both our undergraduate and master's programs going on to pursue PhDs in economics and many other related fields at some of the most prestigious universities in the country. So we're really proud of all of our students, undergraduates and master's levels, who are going on to pursue more learning, especially related to economics. And we have an exceptional cohort of PhD students here in the front. In what remains a difficult job market, all of these folks have found excellent research and teaching positions in universities, central banks, think tanks, and private companies around the world, and we're very proud of this class from our PhD program. We as a faculty are both proud of the accomplishments of our students, and certain they'll accomplish great things in many years to come. We want to welcome you today to what is an incredibly distinguished group, which is the alumni of our department and our university. And we really hope that you remain very much at home in and stay in contact with our department and faculty for years to come. We really want that. So we'll spend most of the ceremony today reading the names of all of our graduates and many of our award winners. But I wanted to take a couple of minutes here at the start of today's ceremony to talk about the job and career possibilities that you have ahead of you. And not surprisingly, let me start by talking about this from the perspective of economics. In the media, you'll often hear folks say that we're living in a time in which the nature of work and the labor market are changing faster than ever. You certainly can't expect to start a job at one company and remain there for your entire career, unless, of course, you happen to be a tenured professor here at Duke. And there's no doubt that the labor market is evolving quickly as technological change and the increasing connectedness of the economy across the world has changed the nature of work everywhere. This has simultaneously created tremendous opportunities worldwide. For example, life expectancy has been rising rapidly, and the number of people living in poverty across the world has been declining, even as the population as a whole continues to grow. But also it brings a certain sense of anxiety and uncertainty about the future possibilities for work and careers. And there's a sense in the media that this is a new thing, but in my mind, this is the kind of thing that's been happening for centuries. If you went back to colonial times in America and you studied the labor market back then, you'd see that over 90% of the workforce were farmers working in agriculture. But of course, as farming technology improved and became more automated, this percentage has fallen steadily and rapidly over the past couple of centuries. Around 1900, that number was down to 50%. In the middle of the 20th century, it was down to 20%. And now agriculture accounts for less than 1% of our workforce. Right? So this is a dramatic change in the labor market, one aspect of the labor market over the past 2 centuries. Similarly, if you looked around 1950 at the US manufacturing, you'd find that about 30% of the whole labor force worked in manufacturing. And this number, too, has been steadily declining over the past several decades and now stands at about 8% of our workforce. And at first glance, this might lead you to believe that the United States is somehow losing its edge in agriculture or manufacturing. But in fact, just the opposite is true. For example, the US actually makes way more than ever before, about 4 times as much in the 1960s, but it just does it with only about a quarter of the labor force. So in economic terms, we would say the productivity of US manufacturing has improved about 15-fold over the past half century, which is really amazing, but it means the nature of work has changed. And now in the 21st century, a different kind of machine is disrupting the labor market, something we think of as the computer and all the related technologies, the internet, mobile technology. It's steadily eliminating a lot of jobs, white-collar jobs, administrative jobs that were usually done by people in the past. So if you think about just one simple example, banks used to employ whole staffs of bookkeepers and account managers to keep track of the money flowing in and out of the bank, and now these tasks are almost completely automated and done by computers in an instant. And the same kinds of changes are occurring throughout our entire economy, really taking a toll on the lower and middle portions of the income distribution. And I'm sure you've been reading a lot about that in the New York Times and the news more generally over the last decade or so. To me, the central lesson in what is this kind of admittedly very broad view of economic history, starting with farming and manufacturing and now the information economy, is that technology slowly and steadily finds a way to substitute, in economic terms, for jobs and tasks that are relatively routine. Historically, technology replaced routine physical tasks, like those on a manufacturing assembly line, and more recently it's replaced routine cognitive and mental tasks that the computer has taken over. And there are, of course, many other forces at play in the modern labor market. The internet has dramatically increased the ability of folks around the world to collaborate on projects, and for US-based firms to find relatively inexpensive help from places as far away as India and China. US architecture firms, for example, now routinely work with colleagues in India. Folks here work throughout the day and then send documents, sketches, and drawings over the internet at the end of their business day here to folks in India who pick it up and keep working with it and send it back, essentially working through the night and often at greatly reduced costs. So this is the world we live in. What does this mean for all of us, and especially our graduates? The first thing I would say is it means that for those working here in the US going forward, the skills that will continue to be rewarded in the labor market will be those that are hardest to replace with a machine, computer, or someone working over the internet from across the world. The kinds of thinking that you've developed as part of pursuing a degree in economics here at Duke, we hope will serve you well in this regard. These include the abilities to think analytically and rigorously about decisions and interactions at the level of individual behavior, markets, and the economy as a whole, the ability to think creatively about problems and to develop new ideas, approaches, and hypotheses, and the ability to empirically test these hypotheses appropriately with data. All of these are increasing in importance in the modern economy, and you can see this everywhere from finance to politics to the GM offices of professional sports teams. These kinds of skills and thinking are everywhere. The second thing it means, though, is that the world is not, the labor market, your careers are not just about the US. Many of the best job and career opportunities out there in the coming years are increasingly global in nature and scope. So not only will many of the most exciting opportunities be centered in the developing world, where the majority of the world's population lives and is yearning for opportunities to build healthier and more productive lives, but the increasing ability to connect throughout the world. By some estimates, the majority of folks in the world will have something like this, what I'm using here, my iPad, in just a few more years, means that ideas that are developed anywhere can be applied everywhere. And so the opportunities are fantastic. And so I guess my main message to you is that yes, the nature of work in the labor market is changing rapidly, but in a sense, it always has been, and that's really nothing new. But today, the opportunities in the modern economy are absolutely tremendous if you can continue to build on the kinds of skills that you developed here as part of your degree in economics. In closing, I want to share one final point that I think is probably the most important thing I have to say today. There's kind of a famous Venn diagram that floats around the internet that shows the intersection of 4 circles. And the idea of this is to kind of get you to think about what ultimately will give your career and your working life purpose. The 4 circles are things that you are good at, things which you can be paid for, things which the world needs, and things which you love. Now, you've all just completed a very rigorous degree in economics here, and so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you'll be able to satisfy that which you are good at. I think if you apply your degree, you'll be very good at it. Based on everything I just said, I also think that you'll probably be paid for it, which is a good thing. So that's number 1 and number 2 should apply hopefully to the degree you're getting here from Duke. So that leaves 3 and 4, that which the world needs and that which you love. Now for 3, for that which the world needs, many of you in the audience who've studied Adam Smith might say, aha, we've learned the central lesson of economics is that if we pursue our own self-interest, we will be doing that which the world needs. Right? That we contribute to society simply by doing that. And I think that's actually true. But Adam Smith himself didn't believe that the pursuit of money and riches was everything that there was to life. And in fact, in another one of his masterpieces, not The Wealth of Nations, but The Theory of Moral Sentiments, he argues that a lot of what ultimately delivers purpose and meaning to our life comes from the way that we engage and interact with others. So probably the most famous economists in the world certainly believe there is more to life than the pursuit of riches, and I would encourage you to think about that as you build your own careers and to go beyond your own narrow self-interest. And that leaves one last item, which is doing what you love. And ultimately, I think I speak for my colleagues here when I say that I feel incredibly fortunate to have found the kind of work that I really enjoy and truly love. It's really a great pleasure and honor to be able to work, mentor, teach the types of students we have here at Duke. Many of you here in the audience, it's really our great joy. And so my greatest hope for all of you is that you should be as lucky as us, and that as you build your careers and your lives, you're able to find something that you truly love and that truly brings you joy. Thanks. Sorry, now let me introduce my colleague Curtis Taylor. He's the Director of Graduate Studies, and he'll be here to say a few words about our Ph.D. students.
Good afternoon. That was a very inspiring speech, Pat. I'll be maybe less inspiring and certainly shorter. The graduate school this year decided to hand out the diplomas to our PhD students in the hooding ceremony last night. So as our students come across the stage today, I'll be handing them a holder that contains not their diploma, but a short sort of tongue-in-cheek letter that I wrote for them last week. It tells them what they can expect now that they've become a certified practitioner of the dismal science. They can expect people to ask them for hot stock tips. They can expect people to ask them what the Fed is going to do and what they think of Dan Ariely's latest book. I conclude the letter by saying that perhaps when people ask them what they do for a living, it might be simpler just to say that they're a mathematician. On the serious side, for a moment, I'd like to point out that getting a PhD in economics is very hard work. It was certainly among the hardest things I've ever had to do. It requires 6 years of incredible focus and determination. It's mentally exhausting, it's physically exhausting, it's emotionally exhausting. You know what? That's how it's supposed to be. A degree in economics, a PhD in economics, is a powerful thing. People ask us to do important things with it. They ask us to advise their governments. They ask us to regulate their industries. and they ask us to teach their children. It's only fitting that we grant PhDs in economics to those individuals who've tested their mettle by demonstrating creativity, intelligence, and dedication of the highest order. Getting a PhD in economics is hard because it's designed to be hard. It's a feat to be proud of. And I say to the 10 PhD graduates this year that we are proud of you. Your friends are proud of you, your family's proud of you, and your former professors, who are now your colleagues, are all proud of you. Congratulations.
So now I'd like to welcome our new PhDs to the stage to receive their letter from Kurt. First, we have Jared Kent Ashworth. David Beelan. Irving de Lira Salvatierra. Marie Claire Hull. Nixon Lee. Sophia Ying Lee. Lily Liu. Lawrence Joseph Mazur II. Razin Valkov. So now I'd like to introduce and invite to the podium Charlie Becker, who oversees our master's programs.
Pat, thank you very much. Gosh, it's after what Pat and Curtis have said, I'm trying to hit a different note. And PhD, of course, it should be associated with suffering. The master's students, first, I'm so incredibly proud of you all. And there might be a little suffering involved in this, but mostly what sets our master's students apart, they're incredibly accomplished, they're going to a huge range of interesting jobs, of interesting doctoral programs, they're going to do great things with their lives. But what sets them apart from, I don't mean like the PhD students and the undergraduates, but what sets them apart from humanity in general is how incredibly interesting they are as people. That along with a bunch of necessary conditions, competence in mathematics, ability to survive in English, and I'm looking at the American students here when I say that. But mostly being a really interesting, engaged people who have a vision of their own who would benefit. That's what we're looking for, and that is what we got. So let me begin by congratulating our master's students. And let me also remind all of us that not only are we here today, but I believe we're being streamed on the internet globally, and there's a lot of people out there who couldn't be there, who wanted to be there, so welcome to all of them, in particular from Latvia, Irina Bukovska. Agnes's mom is watching, and we welcome you all. That's my last chance to really embarrass Agnes. Let me be, the first, I think the next order is we have 2 sets of awards, and I don't know if the students were informed or not. So they weren't informed. Oh, good, then they're going to be surprised. We have 2 people who were awarded leadership awards, Victoria Eastman and Bill Yanan Wang. So you have to come up and be embarrassed in front of everyone. Oops, and actually I got that wrong. Victoria really does get an award. Actually, Bryant Hopkins gets the other award for leadership. And we have 2 awards for academic excellence. This is really hard because this is a group of stars. And so the people I'm about to call are totally deserving, Bill Yanan Wang being one of them. But also they represent just an amazing class. So Bill Yanan Wang and Nazla Gurdamar. It's now time to call all the master's students to the stage. I guess, let me invite Professor Emma Raciel, who I haven't said much about the whole structure of the master's program yet, but while they're filing around, I'll do that. The master's program has grown a great deal over the years. We're very fortunate to have a large set of faculty who are engaged with the master's students. Professor Emma Raciel, who has managed to work miracles with those people going into finance, an area I know nothing about, will read the names. Thanks, Emma.
Zhuev, Mariam Khan, Denise Sanin, Agnes Besovka, Zeynep Ozdemir, Ashley Ye, Kevin Nguyen, Mark Baker. Bing Shah, Che Jing, Yishi Ding, Kendall Swanson, Gaurav Bagwe, Yan Huang, Christian Garcia, Victoria Eastman, Bryant Hopkins, Nazli Gerdemar, Yenan Wang, Hussein Al-Shamazi, Ahmad Abdu, Anatoly Fedorko, Johannes Maus, Daniel Gomez, Shi Chen, Ru Tsui, Kai Zhao, Miranda Marks, Maya Ward, Gunze Na, Wei Yan Pi, Drinja Se, Xiaoyu Chang, Sinwei Wan, Ron Chen, Hian Gao, Daozen Tian, Shuang Wang, Di Yu, Xin Chen, Bowen Zhao, Shou Zhao, Zhaoyin Dong, Chuang Qian, Shuxin Chen, Xin Zhang, Jiafu Wang, Tianchen Chen, Zhangyi Chang, Ihan Shaw, Mengyan Lin, Xue Li, Jin Cao, Joshua Lin, Shelo Wong, Yi Kai, Jia-Jun Kwong.
Well, again, a big congratulations to the Masters and Masters of Science in Statistical Economic Modeling. It's now my pleasure to call to the stage my colleague for many, many, many years. We first met each other in 1981, Professor Frank Sloan.
It is my pleasure to introduce Jack Willoughby, who has been selected as this year's student speaker. Jack comes from Alaska. He has had a joint major in economics and in statistical science. He is an excellent example of a student athlete, excelling both in the classroom and participating in a major athletic program, Duke football. In late April 2015, he participated in the Carroll Round Conference, at which undergraduates in economics from major universities present their research at Georgetown University. Jack won the top award given at the conference, awarded to the most outstanding economist. He was a student in 2 of my classes during his junior year, and I was his honors thesis supervisor during his senior year. He was an excellent student in my classes. One notable feature of Jack as a student was that he often came up to me after class to discuss his ideas on how research topics we had covered in class could be extended. I could go on, but time is limited. So here's Jack.
Good afternoon, class of 2015, families and friends, professors and administrators. I'm honored and humbled to be up here in front of you, and I'd like to express my deep appreciation to the faculty who helped me get to where I am today. I also want to thank my own family for their unwavering support through my Duke adventure. When Professor Fullenkamp asked me to speak at this ceremony, he advised me that the more successful speeches often touch on things common to our experiences as Duke economics majors. Beyond the common experiences of all Duke students, as economic majors, if nothing else, we shared the special opportunity to learn from a collection of incredibly intelligent, accomplished, and caring professors. In my 4 years at Duke, I've been taught twice from textbooks by their author, first in Professor Nekyaba's intermediate micro class, and again in Professor Sloan's health economics class. Equally impressive, Professor Attila's game theory class used no textbook at all, but provided students the opportunity to rediscover game theory through in-class activities and lectures. I've experienced a 100-plus person macro class in which by the end, Professor Connolly knew nearly every student's name by heart, as well as an independent study with Professor Sloan, who's truly been my mentor at Duke, taking the time to meet with me each week to discuss whatever ideas were on my mind. Finally, I found that my classes have been not only intellectually stimulating, but have challenged me to rethink how I look at the world. One example is Professor Becker's urban economics class, which necessitated that students drive around Durham and look critically at our community as economists, trying to figure out why things developed in the way in which they did, rather than just studying theory in a textbook. But in my inquiry into our shared experiences, I was struck by how much of my journey, like each of yours, was unique to me. There are as many paths through Duke as there are people in our graduating class. Moreover, I have a theory that it's not easy for a person to be different in life. So the things that make us different
must be some of the things that we hold most dear to our hearts, or we wouldn't go through the trouble of protecting their presence in our lives. So as we, the class of 2015, move on, although there may be clustering in our career locations and industries, we must continue to cultivate the things that make us unique, as those might be the traits and activities that give us the most gratification in life. Finally, I want to speak briefly about something I've learned through my experience as an athlete at Duke, to not be afraid to make myself vulnerable. Prior to the summer after my senior year of high school, I'd never kicked a football in my life. I was a longtime soccer player, but as graduation neared, I decided I was going to try out to be a kicker on the Duke football team. When I told my high school friends that I was going to play football at Duke, they looked at me like I was crazy. I think my dad even had his doubts. But instead of saying I wouldn't be disappointed if things didn't work out, or that it was a long shot and I didn't plan to spend too much time training over the summer, I told everyone the truth, that I would work my butt off and would be crushed if I didn't make the team. I had made myself vulnerable. If I failed, people knew it wouldn't be because I didn't try hard enough, but because I simply wasn't good enough. And I think that that brought out my best. After I made the team as a freshman, as the fourth string kicker, I similarly told people that I was going to play one day. It took till the regular season finale my junior year, but I finally made it on the field. And once I did, I never let go of that opportunity. I then had the idea to transfer and play a fifth year, and again told everyone how important it was to me and how hard I would work toward making the transfer season happen. I did work very hard for it, and it worked out. I'll be transferring to The Ohio State University next year to play one more year of football. Now, I'm working my tail off to make sure that I earn a place on the field next year, because a season on the sidelines will admittedly be considered a failure in my eyes, and I'm okay with the pressure of you all knowing that. I don't mean to position my story as that of someone who defied odds on his way to success. I'm just a kicker, and it's just football. And while this is the story of things working out for me, I've certainly experienced a different story that begins similarly and ends with abrupt failure. But at least for me, allowing myself to be vulnerable has brought out my best and helped me to grow and learn to cope with disappointment in the event of failure. So to any of you who are hesitant to step out of your comfort zone, try it sometime. Avoid saying that you didn't try too hard for something or don't care too much about its outcome. Whether with a sport, a romantic relationship, an upcoming exam, getting into grad school, getting a job, or achieving something in that job after you get it, make yourself vulnerable and put your all into something, and I know you'll surprise yourself at how much you can achieve. It's truly an honor to be a member of this great class of 2015. I've learned so much from you all, and I had a great time along the way. I wish everyone happiness in the next stage of your lives, wherever that may be. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Michelle Connolly. I'm the director of the honors program here at Duke, and I've had the great privilege to teach many of these students, including Jack, in intermediate macro and then in the honors program. The honors program involves students spending a year long or 2 semesters undertaking a true research experience. These are not term papers, these are not summaries of existing research. These are actual research projects. They're at such a high quality, they probably are far better than most of my chapters in my dissertation. And as a professor, I have to say that it is the most rewarding experience for me to be involved with the students when they go from the process of coming up with their own research topics to figuring out how to do it without any guarantees that they'll have the outcomes that they hope for, and hitting all the struggles and persevering through them, being vulnerable, and moving forward. It's a great honor to be involved with this. So now I'd like to invite our honor students to come up and receive their degrees. And I will also ask Professor Connell Fullenkamp to help me in distributing these degrees. Professor Fullenkamp is our very famous 2015 Trinity College Teaching and Technology Award winner. And not only that, he's won the university-wide teaching award twice in the last decade. Yes. So I think I'll deflate his tires before he goes home tonight. We start with the students receiving distinction in economics. Chung Sun Bak. Winnie Jebit Biwat. And Winnie is the Class of 2015 Award of Exceptional Growth in the Mastery of Economics. Talia Iman Golzar. Ritika Jain. Junkyu Lee. Paige Elsie Muggeridge. Zishuan Tai. Oel Weisner. Julian Shia. Ru Zhu. Lucy Yang. Jisoo Yoon. So now I'd like to introduce the students who have not only received distinction in economics, but the honors committee and the readers recommended that they graduate with high distinction in economics. I'd like to start with Nicholas Eli Becker, who also has won the Best Honors Thesis Prize and runner-up, yes, and Outstanding Symposium Presentation. Shelley Chen, who's won the Outstanding Honors Poster Student Vote. Jonathan Yunshan Gao, who is the recipient of this year's Best Thesis Prize and is heading off to Princeton. I can't speak to him. He wouldn't go to my alma mater, so anyways. Russell James Hollis. Mit Tet Kine. Woojin Kim. Max Ferris Lipscomb, who is also Best Honors Thesis finalist. Daniel Eller Roeder, Best Honors Thesis finalist. Ryan Max Westfall. Wai Heng Nicholas Yam. Yifan Ye. Best Honors Thesis Finalist and Outstanding Honors Poster Faculty Vote. Jun Sang Yoon. I don't know, should we give you one? Jack Willoughby. And now I'd like to welcome our wonderful class of 2015 to come up to receive their diplomas.
Where's Reynolds? Brendan Bernstein. Lucas Fisher. Stephen Cameron. John Wellborn Byers IV. Jordan Dislin. Brooks Allen Carney. Scott David Levine. Diana Liu. Jayanth Ganasan. Dylan Barrett Robbins. Patrick Allen Ray. Hyun Mo Shin. Nicholas Michael Piscotti. Gregory Allen Dixon. Thanks. Adam Berkowitz. Taylor Ann Shepard. Kathleen Jane Blum. Courtney Ann O'Brien. Deanne Lee Leo. Xingshu Sua. Baked Su. Wandi Wang. Michael Masova. Nicholas Myring. Arthur Gosnell. Inder Singh Thakkar. Alexis Roper. Nicole Antoine. Nathan Scott McClafferty. Eileen Chen. Brian Coe. Ross Alexander Emery. Helena Wang. Emily Brown. Jake Toffler. Evan Kaplan. Kwesi Hinson. Maylon Hailu. Anna Markowitz. Elizabeth Sharkey. Catherine Balger. Shajuti Hossain. Vijay Menon. Brian Liu. Ankur Shah. Alice Lu Yun Lu. Ran Wang. Jeannie Yim. Job Ma. David Choi. Tommy Chen. Edward Chen. Richard Tsao. Carol Ji-Yoon Jang. James Maychak. Claire Ponticello. Christina Yisho Lee. Rafi Gonigan. Raphael Hemela. William Broughton. Tony Chow. Kelly Zhang. Jacob Cooper. Augustine Bowe. Cole Christian Carpenter. Isaac Friend. Audrey Lee Gibson. Dylan Brown. Chandani Sinha Das. Christopher Sherameta. Victor Chen. Veer Gangwal. Brian Christopher Struby. Andreas Divig. Graham Vahovic. Talal Asaba. Connor McCann. James Lee Pardee IV. Lauder Williams Paul. Connor J. Cozen. Samuel Waters. Harrison Mark Rashad. Spencer Robert Dahl. Shivang Churiwala. Asif Rahman. Kevin Liu. Zhu Fang. Nilesh Padey. Shengtan Li. Kevin Ceballos. Priyan Goryang Shah. Sarah Crockett. Olivia Yahweh Chen. Jesse Chen. Tai Chen. Suryoon Park. Ilhan Park. Robert Revenchanas. Tai Chen. Ryan Galaz. Thomas Shelbourne. Rachel DePaul Clausen. Jackson Parker. Kevin Andrew Riley. John Matthew LeBeau, Jr. Michael McComas Chapman. Mark Christian Ong. Chen Shen. Haizi Liu. Tianyi Ren. Benjamin Freeberg. Michael Schreiner. What's that? Nicholas Chilson. Willa Townsend. Rebecca Shea. Roland Pinken Hang. Roshan Yadama. Taylor Turkeltaub. Wilhelmina Ryan. Devin DeVry. Jason Yuchel Kim. Amanda Michelle Ho. Matthew Wynn Foster. Ronnie Jamal Wimberly, Jr. James Maffey. Bradley Philip Sykes. G.A. Wang. Sejong Park. Michelle Mishu Dang. Edward Lee. Chi Zhou. Li Ding. Nika Duan. Nikolai Deutschunov. John Samuel Seelig. Roberto Spora. Amanda Christine Meyer. Daniel Graber. Yu-Chin Long. Lauren Jennifer Taylor. Christopher Wendell Evans. Paul Anthony Pisani. Samantha Stitt. Christina Lan Lan. Gam Sia. Donaporn Chun. Max Grishak.
So that's a lot of names, huh? One of the privileges of being the largest major at Duke is that we actually get to have our graduation ceremony here at Cameron. I'm looking up there, I see they have to make some room for another banner this year. And as many of you know, this is not only one of the best, but one of the loudest basketball stadiums in the world, especially when Duke's playing UNC, and in recent years, beating UNC. And so I'd like to ask you to give two last loud Cameron-worthy cheers. First, I want to thank our staff, Amy, Julianne, Reynolds, Addie, Jennifer, Sarah, LaQuanda, Katie Rose, Lori, Angela. These are the many people who are here today, not only helping to make this ceremony go exceptionally well, but they're the ones who help us steer all of you in the right direction throughout the year and make sure that our department remains a wonderful place for not only our students, but for our faculty. So let me give one loud cheer for the staff. And if you can help us out by clearing your trash and not forgetting to pick up your honors poster, that would be great. And so finally, let's give one loud Cameron-worthy cheer for the class of 2015.